Hello guys, welcome to the 26th session of the ASP.NET Web API 2. In this session we will learn how to versioning the our API using the URI. The first question arises that what is versioning? When our API publishes, many clients are going to use it. If we need to make the changes in it, then it will reflect to the all of the client. To solve this, we are creating the various version of the API. There are several ways to creating the versioning in our API. We can create a versioning using the URI, accept header, version header, media type, as well as the query string. In this session, we are going to use the versioning using the URI. Let's switch to the Visual Studio. I am created a new Web API project in which add a new model of name employee v1, that stands for version 1, and within these I'm going to create a public integer id property that and a public string name get and set. And now going to create a new controller, add new controller of the Web API 2 empty of name employee v1. Within that we need to create the static list of employee version 1 and add the namespace all employees equal to new list of employees. Within that we are going to create a new instance of the employee version 1 with the dummy data id equal to 1, name equal to Nilay, other instance employee id equal to 2, name equal to Ravi, one more id equal to 3 and name equal to Subham and a semicolon. After that creating a get method, public enumerable of employee version 1 get. Within that we need to just return the all employees and another method for receiving the instance of the employee version 1. Within that we are providing the id and we need to return all employees dot first or default employee such that employee dot id equal the id in a parameter. Let's see how we are going to route. When user fire the API /v1/employee, then we need to return the list of the all the employee. And when user fire the API /v1/employee/id, then we need to return the employee with the given id. When the user use the v2 instead of the v1, then we need to perform the all of those operations on the v2 instance. There are two ways for providing the versioning using the URI. We can use the conventional based routing as well as attribute routing. Let's do the attribute routing. For that we need to use the route prefix attribute at the controller level and specify that prefix API/v1/ employee and specify route for the our method. That would be empty string when we are retrieving all of the employee, and when we are retrieving the employee with the given ID, then we pass the ID within double quote. Let's run it. Let's open the our API page, that is /API/v1/employee. You can see that we are receiving the employee of the version 1, and let's specify the ID. We are also able to retrieve the detail of the employee with the given ID. Now our requirement is a change, and along with the name we are going to pass the department name for the employee. For that we are going to create a version 2 which will be accessible from the changing the v2 in the URL. Now we are receiving the 404 error because we are not developed it yet. Let's switch to Visual Studio, start the execution. I am going to create a new model, add new class of name employee version 2, which contain both a property. Along with this, it also contains the public string department name and also create a controller. Let's copy the exist one and change its name. And change the route prefix to. I have already copied the list of the employee as per the employee version 2. Paste it. Instead of returning the employee of version 1, we are going to return the version 2 in both of method. And let's build our solution. We have forgotten the semicolon. Let's send request to the our version 2. You can see that it written the employee v2 and also contain the department name. And now we are going to retrieve the employee from the version 1 API. And you can see that it does not return the department name. We are creating versioning of the our API on URI based on the attribute routing. However, we can also provide the versioning based on the conventional based routing. For this, first of all, we need to stop the our solution and comment the all of the attribute. In a version 1. Also need to comment in the version 2. Open the web API config file. Copy the map HTTP route URL and comment this one too. And paste it. change the name of the our route. Let's use the version 1 and change the routing template to the v1 slash, and now we need to pass the controller name. Controller equal to employee version 1, and again copy it and change 1 to 2. Let's build our solution. I'm going to reload the previous page. You can see that the data from the version 1 was received successfully. Now we're going to change to the version 2. It was working same as the attribute routing. For attribute routing, we need to use the route prefix or the route attribute at the controller or the action level. For conventional based routing, we need to modify the web API config.cs file like that. Thanks for watching. If you have any doubt, feel free to contact me.